I like nonsense, it wakes up the brain cells. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. Being crazy isn't enough. If things start happening, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. And you'll start happening too. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. A person's a person, no matter how small. How did it get so late so soon? Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. It's a way of looking at life through the wrong end of a telescope. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? All alone, whether you like it or not, alone is something you'll be quite a lot. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Adults are just obsolete children, and the hell with them. Remember me, and smile, for it's better to forget than to remember me and cry. You'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. They say I'm old-fashioned and live in the past, but sometimes I think progresses too fast. Today was good. Today was fun. Tomorrow is another one. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Think left, and think right, and think low, and think hig. Oh, the things you can think up, if only you try. Only you can control your future. Literature is the most noble of professions. In fact, it is about the only one fit for a man. For my own part, there is no seducing me from the path. I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity. Years of love have been forgot in the hatred of a minute. All religion, my friend, is simply evolved out of fraud, fear, greed, imagination, and poetry. Melancholy is the most legitimate of all the poetical tones. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends and where the other begins? There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence as a dream. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. And so, being young and dipped in folly, I fell in love with melancholy. Invisible things are the only realities. Science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. To elevate the soul, poetry is necessary. Poetry is the rhythmical creation of beauty in words. All things are subject to interpretation, whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. Fear is the mother of morality. He who laughs best today will also laugh last. Instinct. When the house burns, one forgets even lunch. Yes, but one eats it later in the ashes. Madness is something rare in individuals, but in groups, parties, peoples, ages it is the rule. One has to pay dearly for immortality, one has to die several times while one is still alive. That which needs to be proved cannot be worth much. The lie is a condition of life. The spiritualization of sensuality is called love. It is a great triumph over Christianity. To do great things is difficult, but to command great things is more difficult. Whatever is done for love always occurs beyond good and evil. A sedentary life is the real sin against the Holy Spirit. Only those thoughts that come by walking have any value. All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking. For the woman, the man is a means, The end is always the child. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. Is man one of God's blunders, or is God one of man's blunders? Many a man fails as an original thinker simply because his memory is too good. One may sometimes tell a lie, but the grimace that accompanies it tells the truth. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist the parachute. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable. After all, the wrong road always leads somewhere. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. War does not decide who is right, but who is left. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. Youth is wasted on the young. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. All great truths begin as blasphemies. Without art, the crudeness of reality would make the world unbearable. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you'd get. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. English is the easiest language to speak badly. Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself. I often quote myself. It adds spice to my conversation. A cigarette is a pinch of tobacco rolled in paper with fire at one end and a fool at the other. But if you knew you might not be able to see it again tomorrow, everything would suddenly become special and precious, wouldn't it? One heart is not connected to another through harmony alone. There are, instead, linked deeply through their wounds. If I have left a wound inside you, it is not just your wound, but mine as well. No matter how far you travel, you can never get away from yourself. Life is a lot more fragile than we think, so you should treat others in a way that leaves no regrets, fairly, and if possible, sincerely. Never let the darkness or negativity outside affect your inner self. Just wait until morning comes, and the bright light will drown out the darkness. As time goes on, you'll understand what lasts, lasts, what doesn't. Time solves most things. And what time can't solve, you have to solve yourself. If you can't understand it without an explanation, you can't understand it with an explanation. If you think of someone enough, you're sure to meet them again. Everyone who has something is afraid of losing it, and people with nothing are worried they'll forever have nothing. Everyone is the same. Even if we could turn back, we'd probably never end up where we started. Anyone who falls in love is searching for the missing pieces of themselves. No matter how honestly you open up to someone, there are still things you cannot reveal. Tilda. One foot in front of the other. Repeat as often as necessary to finish. Be fearless, be brave, be bold, love yourself. She was seriously in love, but she never made demands.